All right, Bant Mutate. Slap in Armored Killer on a Toski or Cubwarden on a Toski sounds real sweet. We got some Pouncing Shoresharks and some Starrix at the very top end of the curve. We got some Sea-Dasher Octopi. We've got Kor Blademaster here, which is also a really sweet curve. You play Blademaster on 2 into Armored Killer, Mutate on 3, attack for 4/4 double strike is like a legitimately strong curve, especially if you start with Savior on 1 to protect it. So let's dive on into some games with this and see how it goes. What's up, oldest son? How was your class, this first class this morning? It's oh, you're on a break? Yeah, a 5-minute break or a 10-minute break? 0 minutes. You need to get back upstairs then, please.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
No one donated for blue-black controllers, Tim. So again, a majority of the decks that I'm playing on stream are decks that I'm picking out and finding different places. So like, again, me taking fewer viewer submissions isn't me saying I'm just gonna play stock tier 1 decks. The stream is never gonna be a stock tier 1 deck stream. It's just me picking out decks and tuning and optimizing them because, believe it or not, I, with decades worth of experience, am better at building deck lists than the average person. So. And we have our Blademaster Armored Killer curve here. We're gonna get hit by a Heartless Act and be very sad, but we have the curve technically. What decks am I considering for the tournaments this weekend? I'm playing Blue-Black Mutate Flash and the what's it called deck? The Runestorm deck this weekend. I'm looking for decks that can be fun and different, but also still have a chance to win. Ooh. Okay, well now we're doing that, right? He's a good boy, chat. He protects the Gemrazer. That is exactly how that works, Party Buzz. Double strike means you trigger it twice. Don't soul shatter me. Don't do it. Have a heart. You had to rest resolves. And they're dead, right? We go mutate this onto here. Attack for 12. Hey, Green Pretty. Thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Mutate tricks onto the big stack and attack for this card costs 6 to mutate. Listen, chat, I know what the unplayable cards do, okay? I've spent a lot of time playing terrible cards. I would encourage you to learn what the terrible cards do if you're gonna try and suggest my plays are wrong. I think we cut the Sea-Dasher Octopus to bring in some bounties for some protection. Could be right to have Scavenging Ooze in this matchup, just because they're probably gonna be killing a lot of our stuff. I could go either way on that though. Let's click submit. Call me a canary, because this is pure gas. Part of me wonders if it's even worth playing Umori the Collector in this archetype, like if that's actually adding value or not. I feel like there's a chance this card's not necessary and he'd rather just have counter spells in the sideboard. This card's just so slow. Like, this card's supposed to ramp you, but paying 7 mana for a card that ramps you is just, like, terrible, right? Is what it comes down to. Honestly, not playing this card, the biggest gain this deck would probably get is getting to play like Churn Timber Symbiosis as a spell land. Like having Churn Timber Symbiosis as part of our mana base is probably better than what this card offers, right? I'm gonna sacrifice this because sacrificing it means they don't gain a life. Opponent has no heart, chat. Remember when people said a 7 mana 1/1 companion would be playable? Yeah, those people were idiots. I added a lot of magic people to my block and ignore list on during the companion season. Honestly, the discourse around companions was a big part of what ultimately pushed me off of taking a magic break too. Like, there were just so many people making so many bad faith arguments. It's just like, nah, that's not really how the game works. Stop it. Man, this deck would kill for a Bant Triumph, huh? I really hope Strixhaven or the D&D set gives us the other 5 Triumphs. Now, Greeny T, they were obviously being sarcastic. John, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I'm coming back for Legolas Tribal. So apparently the Lord of the Rings set isn't going to be standard legal, but if that set's not available on Arena, I'm going to be very upset. If they do it as a direct to historic set, that would be fine. It did, Party Bus. Thanks for the support. All right, I got you something, Squared. No, you were right, Greedy T. I was wrong. I need Sims Magic the Gathering. You and me both. Listen, if I can't play with Captain America and Spider-Man in a game of Magic the Gathering in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm gonna be very disappointed. They better get on that IP licensing, chat. It's kind of funny that, like, we were playing this blue-black deck, and we queued into this, and then we switched to this deck, and then we queued into someone playing the blue-black deck. Kinda amusing. Wanna buy Thanos Control? Yeah, exactly, you get it. One, two, three, four, five. So if I play this, this is mana number 6. Do I play the Toski here, chat? Or do I play the Starrix? I'll play the Toski. The Toski with the Moskis. I guess they'd already played one Heartless Act. Didn't get Erebos' intervention. Fist Pump. He's the Toski with the Moskis, chat. Come on, play Yorion as a blocker. Play Yorion as a blocker. It's just a 1/1. Don't be scared. To infinity and beyond. Oh, yeah. Now that looks like an elk to me, so everybody just come and see. It's a 6/6. Indestructible. And it draws a card? Look at my elk. Na 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 da 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 da. This is my elk, chat. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Dear. Oh dear. What an odd play from the opponent. So, do I give them a turn with this? So I could go, I have enough mana to go Kor Blademaster into Starrix Mutate. I could go Starrix into this, and then I get a trigger on this and this to kill this turn. You want to go Blademaster killer? No, I want to draw cards, chat. I guess this lets me draw an extra card next turn. It denies them. All right, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. Fine. He didn't even scry. God bless. It does also block the shark. Not that I'm really worried about blocking. Play the Yorion. Rats. Did they see it coming, chat? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, they didn't. Did I just pass here? Do I want... Would they have played a Jawari Disruption as a land? I think the answer is yes. Don't disruption me, bro. There was a pause there. This could end up real bad for the home team, chat. Ooh. Maybe I'm supposed to put the Gemrazer on top to dodge Extinction Event. Because I've got the Saviors to dodge Destroy effects. Wow, brutal. Alright, one Toski, please. This would have been such a good draw if they hadn't killed our thing. If they hadn't killed our thing, we would have mutated and gotten two random things off of this. Armored Killer gets him every time, chat. Look at how big he is. These are airplanes, chat. These are airplanes in this artwork. This killer is huge. This is a pretty good draw for them. It's basically a draw 3. The airplanes in the night skies, like shooting stars, could really use some gem raising right now. Gem raising right now. Gem raising right now. We're gonna die to the Sky Noodle, chat. Goodbye, friends. Stop talking about airplanes, you're killing magic. Stop it, you're killing it. I think we've died, chat. Nico, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. Good morning, whatever time of day it is. Give him a smiley face. Has this deck done the thing? What's the thing? There's a thing? I missed the memo if there's a thing. Mutating onto Blademaster is definitely good. That's like low-key the most powerful thing this deck is doing, is like Blademaster mutate onto it. Octodad, doo-doo-doo-doo. Another noodle deck here. We lost the die roll again, because that's what we does. I mean, we have a Selfless Savior right here. Bing bang. Good boy's not gonna let my Kor Blademaster die. Come on now. Oh no! Oh no! They murdered our good boy, chat. We have plenty of colors of mana. Colors are not going to be a problem here. Come on, play a cultivate. Play a cultivate. Do it. I don't think there's a playable Mardu Mutate deck in this format, Son of Some. I don't think this deck's probably playable either. We'll give it a little bit of a shake, but yeah, a lot of the good Mutate cards are green. Or like you need something else powerful to be doing inside of it. Like Snapdax is like kind of okay, but there aren't enough decks like I'm not sure you could build Mardu Mutate to ever beat Sultai. Double tap, that's scary. Tap land. Ooh. YOLO, chat. You just gotta believe, chat. Look at our cubby cat. Is Demonic Pact decently playable in Historic? Why would Demonic Pact be playable in Historic? Historic's a pretty fast and brutal format. You could probably build a Yorion deck and not be completely embarrassed. I guess Oath of Kaya is fine. There's probably a Doom Foretold Demonic Pact deck that's playable. It's not an established thing, but if it's something you really wanted to do, you could probably be okay. Alright, so what do we think of Flash in Sea-Dasher over the Florahedron here in response? I make them choose between my 4/5 and my 2/2. I don't know if that's strictly true, Bing Bang. Like, Demonic Pact is doing something that's kind of powerful if you can mitigate its downside. You can consistently mitigate the downside. Pact's pretty powerful. It draws cards and it helps stabilize you against aggro. When do they choose odd even? When their spell resolves. Yeah. Yeah, Demonic Pact was in one of the remaster sets. Amonkhet, I think. And Amonkhet had a bunch of stuff like Thoughtseize and Collected Company and Demonic Pact that wasn't actually in the original Amonkhet sets. Oh, by the way, because communication is not Wizard's strong suit, apparently one of the MPL members mentioned on their stream that they were told that HA4 would be releasing on Arena before the historic MPL event at the end of the month. So we still don't have a date because what is communication? But apparently that was something that was said. And maybe they were mistaken, but I'm just passing along information that I have heard. So here's hope. Fingers crossed. We didn't get a State of the Game update in February. Fingers crossed we're going to get a State of the Game update this week, and it's going to tell us that the Historic Anthology is releasing before the next Hoaglandia Open. I'm gonna be slightly horizontal if they tell us that the Historic Anthology is releasing the week after our Open. And by slightly horizontal, I mean definitely completely horizontal. I mean, I don't even know that it's about keeping a secret so much as, like, that's something that everybody should know by now. We should have more communication on that. I feel like this matchup's probably pretty impossible for our deck. It doesn't seem like we can consistently apply pressure to get under their combo kill here. I don't have any counter spells in my sideboard. I'm just gonna concede this matchup and try and find an aggro matchup. This horizontal means tilted on the floor. Yes! I mean, I'd argue a month isn't a lot of time. Blue is the color. And no, smaller card injections to older non-rotating formats like this usually don't have the same impact that you see in other places. So I can't mutate this. I think I'm going tap land, bottom that, draw Umori, and then like we're gonna go Starrix into mutate onto the Starrix. We'll like play this for 5. One chunky monkey, please. All right, don't chop down my Starrix, opponent. Have a heart. Have a hard opponent. Don't chop down my Starrix. Just play a Scalds or something silly. Well, request granted. We didn't get chopped down. We got double fire prophesied. Well, shit. Nah, I think injecting themed cards like that is largely a waste, Bulletproof Pope. I think injecting cards to only support one specific deck as opposed to injecting cards to support lots of decks is a big mistake. Like, an injection of slivers would, like, give you one deck, whereas, like, historically speaking, when we see an injection of cards off of one of those, they give us a variety of decks or tools for a variety of decks. "20 crappy flash creatures." We don't need 20 crappy flash creatures, though. We need, like, for example, just put, like, Vendilion Click. Stuff like that. Give me individually good cards. Umori the Collector collected some keywords here. So Starrix and Toski are probably our best draws at this point. The Green Hinge is scary. Geist of Saint Trash. Yeah, that would be one to make people happy. Well, that was definitely the best draw on the deck. We take those, chat fam. We take those. All right, now let's find a Toski. All right, I feel like I want Skyclave Apparition here. What am I cutting? I don't know what I want to cut, chat. All of our cards seem good. I guess Sea-Dasher's probably hard to connect with, and like I have Toski for card advantage. Is that the trim? That's probably it. I would love Eternal Witness. That would be a sweet card. Although maybe I don't want to play against the sack decks with Eternal Witness. I take it back. I do not want to experience Eternal Witness rebuy my Claim the Firstborn. Dear Wizards, please ban something out of the sack deck and print Eternal Witness. Okay, thanks. Yeah, the solution there is probably don't print Eternal Witness so much as they should fix the sack deck being too busted. Collected Company Eternal Witness is too good. That's That's a strong claim. Can you explain to me how the format where you die too quickly is too good? Like, I think the green deck, like, there's plenty of good green value things. Why are people only suggesting modern cards? Because those are the cards they want to play with. I actually think an incredibly good direction to take Historic in general would be to prioritize printing cards into Historic that aren't playable for Modern, but are cards that people love to play in Modern's history. Oh, it's good too. You did say good too, not too good. Thank you. I don't know that I really want to play against Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command being Fog draw card is like pretty toxic. I'm not a fan of the play patterns that Cryptic Command generates. So what if I attack here, and if they block with Scavenging Ooze, I flash in Shoreshark and like bounce their thing and eat their skews? Because I'm not blocking, right? And then if they don't block, I just play Toski post-combat? I think this is a free 2 points. And if it's not, we get to... Why will they block? Well, if they don't block, I get 2 free points of damage, so it's still a correct attack. Would I rather Toski here, or would I rather Collector? I'd rather Collector, actually. Make everything cheaper next turn. True name Nemesis, get out of here. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. It's actually probably pretty good, huh? Thought process of not Toasking. I want a Pouncing Shoreshark. Because Pouncing Shoreshark leaves me a Mutate on here, which means I can Auspicious Starrix next turn onto here and get 2 cards out of it. I think Aether Vial would be a sweet addition to Historic. Them not hitting a red or white source here is good for us. The sequencing on this is odd because now they can't attack. That can only become a 4/4. Maybe I should have bounced this instead. It says double strike, right? So we can attack with this. Alright, my opponent's gonna get to make their things really big this turn. Showdown. Showdown of the Scald's gonna get to do what it does best here. I suppose we can theoretically die to a giant killer, right? It's not the Mutate card I wanted for Christmas. Huh. They actually can't attack with Lovestruck Beast now, right? It's gonna be a chunky blocker, though. I think we got a Skyclave the Lovestruck still, right? Is that how big it is? If we peel a Pouncing Shoreshark or a Mutate, sure, next turn we could be in an okay spot. If we don't draw a Mutate card, we're probably going to be too far behind. This game's a good comparison of the power level of Eldraine versus the power level of Ikoria. BT dubs. All right, I mean, that's a Mutate card, right? Which is like all I could really ask for here. What are we bouncing back to their hands here? I think it's just the Archon, right? Oh, we drew 3 lands. Yeah, okay. Good stuff. Good chat. Another Mutate card. Come on, Shark. Come on, Shark. Come on, Shark. I mean, that's not terrible. They must not have realized this had trample, huh? And then I get to play backup Toski out here as a blocker. Man, if we just spiked another Mutate card off those 2 draws, especially Shark or the cat that made tokens, we're not dead on board here at least. We've got that going for us. We get one more redraw at a Mutate card again next turn to make Starrix go crazy again. Dodging Giant Killer here still, thankfully. What is their deck count at? 24 cards. Sorry, 37. I have not. Shadow Lord. Come on, Mutate card. Yes! Cubby Bear! Cubby Bear! Okie doke! Hit me, dealer! I think I'm just sending their 6/6 back to their hand. Are we doing it? I think we're doing it. Holy crap! Why is this trigger only capable of finding lands? Why is it only capable of finding lands, chat? I'm gonna draw some spells, damn it. We've got huge tracts of land. It's free real estate, chat. It's free real estate. Are they dead? I think they're dead if they want to block these. I don't think they can block, because this is dealing 12, right? I don't think they can block these here. They have to let these through, and they have to put a bunch of toughness in front of the Starrix. Yeah, they're dead, right? Pretty sure these blocks leave them dead. Oh, not quite. They're gonna take 5, 9. Okay. No, wait. Did they die? Did they die? Did I miscount? What did I miss? Oh, it already had. Wait, what? Oh, they were only at 8. They were at 8 and they were taking 9. Yeah, okay, we're good. Whew. All right. You know what? Sometimes lucky. So I know that like hitting the piles of lands there with our Mutate cards was kind of unfortunate. It was good television, but it was kind of unfortunate. But really, we were pretty lucky to hit the Mutate cards that we drew to begin with, right? So like when the variance counted, it was good for us. Obviously, chat, as I mentioned, that game was about Ikoria versus Eldraine, so that game shall go down in history as the empirical evidence that Ikoria is the higher power level set than Eldraine. No, I will not be taking other questions at this time. Fish treat me well, Covern. Thank you for the very generous tier 3 and for the 29 months. Why is Eldraine the failed low power set that it is? Why must it never be able to crawl out from underneath the shadow of Ikoria? Why, Wizards, why? Alright, I think we're just doing Tangly Boy into Toski here. Can't watch you every morning and not sub. High quality coffee pairings for my morning. Thanks for the 16 months, Scruff McGruff. All right, don't have a shock. No, don't do it. Don't murder my boy. All right, they left. They didn't massacre my boy, chat. Everything is fine. Nobody panic. The Toskis with the most kiss is here. He's ready to deliver. Chickalack, thanks for the follow. Good morning. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. Gosh, game 1 Soulseer would be brutal. Don't do it. Have a heart. Well, so the Toskis with the most kiss has to attack every turn. So he's gonna stonewall them for one turn here, and then he's gonna get a little bit shittery. Mutate card, mutate card, mutate card. Gosh, could you imagine if we would have drawn the, what's it called? The lifelink card here and put lifelink on this? All right, I'm gonna draw this real quick because there's a chance they throw this in front of here and then kill my Florahedron. Yeah, Cubwarden is our way we have a chance in this matchup. I imagine without Cubby Bear, we're gonna have a hard time here. Maybe have one more turn to draw Cub. We're taking 7 in this combat here. Or are they leaving things back so I can't draw cards? Deal, Reno. Do I Armored Killer and attack? Is that better than just playing the Collector? What if I just attack with both of these? I can't, chat. Mutating is green-green. Mutating is green-green, chat. I don't have 4 green. I'm gonna cycle the Tangled Florahedron here. Which may or may not be correct. I could have made my lands cheaper. You're not wrong. Cleave ho! So like games like this really to me feel like they highlight we talk about cleave and design mistakes, and I actually think the biggest design mistake about Embercleave, I think this card is pretty close to reasonable. I think the equip cost on this card should be 5 to 6 probably. And obviously in this case, it's an extreme because there's a Fervent Champion here. But I think that it highlights the core kind of fundamental problem is that. Okay, this means I'm not dead on board, right? This play? Yes, I agree, Cummy Pizza. And it feels like they learned that with Skyclave Maul. Skyclave Maul has a more expensive equip cost, and it costs colored mana. It costs white 2 to do it. Now, I don't think it needs to be triple red. I think it would be fine if it just had making a higher equip cost would just make removal better against it. Now, I actually don't think changing, I think at a fundamental level, the issue with Embercleave is that removal isn't good enough against it. All right, so if I block here, I take 4, 5, I die to stomp. If I block here, I take 3, 4, and don't die to stomp. So it's actually wrong to block the Fireblade Charger here because I die to stomp. We're dead to Rimjob Knight either way. Yeah, so can't play around Rimjob Knight, unfortunately. But we can play around stomp, so. Do the cubbies have lifelink too? Oh, I can't look at my card. I can't look at my card. I can't actually pull this card up. I can't pull this card up to look at it. I can't mouse over it because of the arena bug. All right, good stuff. Good chat. Good chat. The kitty tokens do have lifelink. Okay. Did Rim Knight kill us either way? I actually don't think that's true, right? So I was at 7. If I put the cats, no, yeah, we're still dead to Rim either way, right? Because the Rim, if I would have been going to 9, and Rimrock Knight deals 8 plus 1 is 9. So we were dead to Rimrock Knight regardless. This is probably an okay Scavenging Ooze matchup. I think we trim the Starrix, we probably trim like 1 Toski, and we trim like the Blademasters. Leave 1 Starrix in at the top end. Ezechiel, thanks for the follow. This is fine. Not amazing, but fine. Thanks for the quarter of your barcode. How was Runeterra this morning? It was fine. We played a pretty non-interactive linear aggro deck, and it felt pretty competitive. I don't know if you into that sort of thing, it was fine. I've been struggling to find a Runeterra deck that really clicks for me personally. And this new set, unfortunately, hasn't alleviated that. It feels really difficult to, like, build a deck in Runeterra that doesn't get brutalized by their aggressive decks or doesn't get gone way over the top by the combo decks. Their matchup polarization has been rough. Okay, I think we draw Collector here, play this tapped. I take this hit for 3 because I'm going to be getting rid of this next turn. So if I get rid of this first, I get to not give them a 1/1 here. I need this to make blue mana though, right? So unfortunately I can't Skyclave and Iliad this turn. I can Skyclave and Tangled Florahedron though, which is nice. Yeah, well, and I mean, and the obvious answer, Ryumi, is you either leave yourself dead to aggro or dead to over the top, or you just build a linear deck to race and ignore people. So that leaves, like, when your interactive decks are dead to half the format, the answer is don't be interactive, it's kill people, is the game theory optimal thing to do. I assume they want to stomp this or kill this turn, so I'm going to give this indestructible instead. So this way, because like if I try to give it to this, okay, sweet. And now I got to stomp on my Tangled Florahedron instead of my Skyclave. Feels like that worked out exactly how I wanted it to. And now we have an Iliad here to protect our stuff. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Yep. This is the part where they stomp me again. All right, no stomp there is great for us. Yeah, I don't think TF is being very good as a surprise to anybody that was paying attention. How do we feel about Pouncing Shoreshark, bounce the Bone Crusher, smack them for 9? I think I'm into it. And I can put it on here so that way this doesn't die to the stomp that I'm giving them back. I'm really impressed how close this game is, despite the fact that we haven't drawn Cubwarden. I would have thought for sure that we'd only win games where that card was involved. Any Mutate card. That'll also do, pig. Skyclave Apparition continuing to be a format-defining powerhouse. Linear, for when you'd rather interact with their face than with their cards. That's a good definition. I love it. Thanks everybody for out this morning, by the way. Great to see almost 1,000 people in here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Jeff Oakland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I do a lot of card games and turn-based strategy games. Magic's the primary game. I'm back to streaming again with the release of Call Time. I do a ton of standard and historic, mostly constructed on this channel. Also play some other card games like Mythgard, Legends of Runeterra, stuff like that. Also do some single-player story-driven stuff. We're currently playing through Bug Snacks in some of the afternoons. That game's been a lot of fun. Mana's a little awkward in this hand, but the spells are good, so I think we keep. Thanks for the follow, Relax. Welcome to Hooglandia. I think we're just playing this tapped. Could be wrong. Dysphoria and Navinril. Good morning. Do they not have a second land? That's good for the home team. With that in mind, I think we just play another tapped land here, right? I think we just like fetch tapped white. Well, I boarded out the 4th Toski for a reason. This many Tosks with the most are not quite what we're looking for here. I mean, to be fair, Toskis with the Cubby Bear on it is probably going to be pretty reasonable, right? We're prepared to beat Soulseer, chat. The Witch Doc! Thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Alley-oop. Never not dead to cleave. Hey, thank you for the 38 months, God Baron. And thank you for the tier 3. Good morning to you and yours. Okay. This is 12. We're taking 12 a little bit here. Okay, so we need to draw. Well, not that for starters. Do I attack with both of these to draw 2 cards? I think the answer is yes to that question, right? Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have... Oh, I didn't have another. Only had Forest. Okay, so I think we attack with both, and then we can Skyclave. Can we see what we draw? So... we can do this, and exile Annex. And then we could do Scavenging Ooze and gain 1. And then this is only 6 if they equip here, right? I'm going up to 8. Are we winning this game? I think we might be winning this game, chat. Yeah, we can play second Toski if we want. That would not, it would not be a good play, but it would be a legal play. So we go like this, mutate Cubby Bear onto here, over the top. Okay. All right, your move, Yuki boy. This is all we got. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this deck can ever beat Sultai Ultimatum in a million years because they just like combo kill you, but it definitely feels like we have reasonable play against both adventures and red and white aggro. So I think we'll probably just skip the Yorion matchups and play the others. We've been talking about matchup polarization in Runeterra. Magic is also no stranger to that. Definitely a good bit of galvanization in this format consistently. Doesn't mean you can't have fun if there's decks that you enjoy. See if lightning can strike twice here in the Adventures matchup, speaking of. Have a good one, Barcode. Oh, this matchup against Rakdos Sacrifice, probably poorly. I don't know. So, unlike Historic, where Rakdos Sacrifice is arguably the best deck in that format, Rakdos Sacrifice isn't very good in Standard right now, in large part due to the fact that, Sultai Ultimatum dumpsters Rakdos Sacrifice, like, to an incredible degree. I don't think having a poor Rack-Sack matchup is disqualifying in this format. Brian, I think I might have missed you a couple minutes ago. Thanks for the 7 months if I did. Apologies. Or are they Gruul? And is this a cleave attack? The Garenberg makes me think they could be Gruul instead of Naya. Cleave ho. So we're gonna take 12 here. We'll sack this and kill this, giving this indestructible. Alright, no second red. No third red means no second sword, which is nice. Is trading 2 dogs for their beast a good deal? Yeah, probably. We'll see how they attack here. Yeah, that'd be fine, BZ. So I think with these attacks, we actually go block, 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 and then sack this, save this, and this kills both their 1/1s. So now they need another 1/1 next turn. Like a Toski. Yeah, I mean, Toski would be very good. You're not wrong. And they unsurprisingly don't want to trade their questing beast for a Selfless Savior, so. Yeah, I think they just weren't expecting the permutations of blocks that I had. Wait. I think they were expecting me to block their Lovestruck beast instead of killing their other things. What's up, bud? How many minutes you have? I don't know, but I don't have your calendar. Okay, make sure you check in with your mom to find out when your next class is, okay? Thank you for the bits, Beansy. We'll do that one up next. We're waiting on, like, a Starrix or something to bounce their stuff here, right? Yeah, both sides are waiting for a payoff here, right? I think I just put this onto here. Holding on to this means that if I draw a Starrix, it's an extra Starrix trigger for me later, which is nice. Kai Poindexter, thank you for the brand new Prime. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Okay, so with the second Cubwarden drawn, I think we put this Cubwarden on the Toski so that way we can start buffering our life total up here. So they obviously still have free blocks, but this gets to lifelink now, which is nice. Oh, I could second Tosk, couldn't I? Yeah, that's a good thought. It lets me do that too. Ooh, I'm gonna get punished for not playing the second Toski out. This is not too bad. The 1/1 blockers are going a long way here. Do I put an armored killer on here to make more blockers and increase my life gain each turn? I think so. Really? They're conceding? That really surprised me. I feel like they weren't out of that game yet. I'll take it, I suppose. This is definitely a Skyclave matchup. I think it's a Blademaster out matchup, especially on the draw. Maybe on the play we'll put this in, so let's just be a little bit more aggressive. Toski with Cubwarden is a really, really nice setup. Lifegate is cheating, something like that. Yeah, double strikes with Mutate are sweet. Your most aggressive draws with this deck are like double striker on 2, mutated up to a 4/4 trample on 3, crack for 8. Build your own Bant Embercleave. This hand's great, right? Our mana's good too. Been away for a while, but I hope you're doing well. I took a little bit off too, Bass. It's good to be back. Magic sweet right now. Thanks for the Prime support. Good to see you here. Are you going to step on my Scavenging Ooze? You are not. I think I'm getting rid of Innkeeper here. We are, unfortunately, pretty cold to cleave this game. Not really anything we could do to play around that. They go land cleave here, we're probably just dead. Feels bad, man. Yep. Our curve was good and our mana worked, but not a whole lot we can do here. We beat Embercleave last game, so, you know, get to be on the play here for game 3. I think I want the core on the play. This could be better than Scooze. It's like really good with Cubwarden. The sand's reasonable. It's missing a blue source, but I also ported out everything except one of our blue cards, so that's not terrible. What archetypes deal with cleave well? Ones that don't really care about getting into combat. The actual answer is that, like, all decks are dead to Embercleave sometimes, just how it works. Card's very powerful, and it's what makes aggro what it is in this format. You're right that we weren't dead on board if I play the Cubwarden there, Archon, but we're not winning that game anymore, so I'm just going to go ahead and move along. This isn't a human, this is a Kor. As you're in chair this morning, it was fine. We played a linear aggro deck that felt powerful. The gameplay wasn't super engaging though. I'm struggling to find a deck that really clicks for me in Runeterra's format still. The type of, like, small edges, go long, grindy, mid-range decks just feel really bad. You basically have to play Twisted Fate or Aphelios in them. Is 4 Toski too many? No. So, the thing you need to understand about Toski is that when you mutate over the top of it, it's no longer named Toski, and you can play a second Toski. So I get that we keep having these games that are outliers where we keep drawing like 3 and 4 of them, but it's fine. Just mutate over the top of them and it's going to be great. Opponent's playing Luris. That could be right. They could be on cycling. The Pouncing Shoreshark's probably good if they're on cycling. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible I shipped the wrong card here. Maybe I should have shipped a Sea-Dasher. Oh, they're on a red-black deck. Interesting. No, you hit the nail right on the head. Mutating onto a double striker is very powerful, especially with an effect like Sea-Dasher Octopus, for example. As such. Perfect. What a good boy. I hope nobody's doubting my core after this game. To all of the haters out there, this is why we're playing the core. It's the Toskis with the mostest shit. So they get to eat one of these with the 1/3, but then I get to draw a card with the other. Honestly, maybe I'm supposed to attack with the Selfless Savior there too, just to draw another card. Very, very possible. Silly opponent. You activated my trap card. What? Toski is evolving? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Whoop. It was a shark the whole time, chat. Oh, crap. I'm gonna lose because I played my land out. I should have been thinking about Kroxa. Yeah, maybe not lose, but we'll be worse off. What? Cubwarden is evolving? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, that was great. I don't know if this deck is good, but it's certainly great, Strat. What a treat. What a deliciously wonderful treat. This standard format is so good. Like, it's kind of unreal the range that the standard format has after the last little bit. It took us a little while to get to where we are, but man, did we end up in a great spot for Magic Standard. Definitely want Skoos and Skyclave. The good thing is I already have all these cards crafted trying to make Mutate work on previous sets. Big mood. Big mood. How did Standard improve so much without Eldraine rotating? Well, they manually rotated a bunch of cards. They banned them. Sorry, something in my throat. This Armored Killer out here. Maybe it's just Blademaster out actually on the draw. I kind of imagine they're going to have more removal post-board. I'm going to Coward Split it. Yeah. If you're a longtime viewer of this stream, there's a good chance you already had all of the cards for things like this and the other Mutate decks. Because like when Ikoria dropped, we tried Mutate everything on this channel. I really love the mechanic as a whole. All right, Tangly boy. Have you seen the Mutate combo deck running around? I did. Yeah. Well, missing a land drop feels bad, man. I'm gonna get rid of their treasure generation here. What's the Mutate combo? It's like this really awkward 3-color, 4-card infinite combo that I believe also gets hosed by Graveyard Hate, if I recall correctly. They're on Maze Mind Tome. Okay, so this means I want my Gemrazers if we have a game 3. What's the standard deck for you? Probably Sultai Ultimatum, Maddie. It's like control-y and has a lot of knobs you can twist to build it in a bunch of different ways. A drawing. Thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Can we draw an untapped land, chat fam? Want to drop this Toski? Well, I mean, it's pretty good too. As far as spells go, this is one of the better spells we could draw here. Let's just brutalize this Maze Mind Tome and pressure their life total elegantly. Historic Anthology update will be coming to Arena in early March. Early March means before... Yes! We gambled and won, it sounds like, chat. That... Fingers crossed we get the Anthology next week before our tournament. Early March sounds like a week from today, right? It's currently Thursday. It's probably the 11th, right? No, their patches usually go live on Thursdays, so I imagine if we didn't get it today, it has to be next week, right? Well, the Open's not till the 21st, so if they release on the 11th or the 18th, the cards will still be legal. Will still be legal for the Open. Man, what an unfortunate set of variants this game. I guess it's not over yet, because they're also not doing a whole lot, but like... Our deck's playing 25 lands? We kept a 2-lander on the draw? All right, running untapped lands here. We'll draw Umori. This is where the magic happens, chat fam. To be fair, we have 29 lands if you count Tangled Florahedron, which we did draw one of those, technically speaking. All right, I think the game is over at this point. I don't think we can come back. I'll try game 3 on the play. I want these because they have Maze Mind Tomes. Is a Shark out matchup, maybe? I mean, to be fair, we took a lot of game actions that game. This hand's great. Hopefully they play Maze Mind Tome on 2. Like, we play Kor, they play Maze Mind, we Armored Killer, smack them for 8 would be ideal here. Would be very nice. Maze Mind Tome. Maze Mind Tome. Never lucky, chat. You have a dead weight? What chiefs? Sure. I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna eat my apparition proactively to play around Heartless Act. I mean, if you're looking for pure power level Beansy, the Naya deck is much stronger. Like, the Naya deck's like a real deck. The deck that we're playing right now is definitely a bit of a meme. Although, I would bet the Naya deck's probably not great against Sultai either. I'm probably gonna play one more with this one, and then we'll move along. Village Rite, sacrifice your Scavenging Ooze. Thanks for the 24 months, John. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Ooh, or probably did. Need to draw like another Skooze or another Skyclave here before they escape that next turn. A decent pickup. See if they have a removal spell here to stop us from drawing a card. They do. Yeah. Yeah, 2 mana, kill your thing, draw 2 would already be good, and then they just, like, also get to hit you in the face with your creature on top of it. Just like all of the feel bads. Alright, so we have 3 live draws here. 3 Skyclave Apparitions. So, pretty unfortunate bit of variance there. Opponent's draw lined up really well into ours here, and then game 2 we didn't really get to do much. Because we just didn't have a 3rd land in 8 turns. I don't think that's true, Magdamus. Act of Treason style effects when they're 3+ mana tend to be very reasonable. And Claim the Firstborn is also circumstantially really good, right? Like, Claim in and of itself isn't busted. It's the fact that they printed Village Rites, and then in Historic, you also have Ovens and Phyrexian Towers and other things that are just incredibly efficient ways of sacrificing. So it's definitely not just as simple as this effect is too good. As always, context is key, right? Like you can't just ignore the details surrounding it. Magic cards never exist in a vacuum. The details surrounding those cards always matter. I think we just do this here. I think I'd rather this get stomped than Kor Blademaster. Yeah, Woe Strider too, right? Just like all the free ways to sacrifice things are the big deal. Free and cheap ways to sacrifice things are what made Claim the Firstborn what it is. I also don't think that's true, Brutzy. Like again, you're like talking about things in like white, black and white, and that just isn't true. Like there's a 3 mana threaten effect. Three mana threaten effects have seen play in mono red sideboards, for examples, at various points over the course of Magic's history. Huh? I'm in for another blue source here. I'm gonna put this on Tosk and bounce the Lovestruck Beast and attack here, I think. Actually, to contradict myself smallly with an asterisk Swift, I disagree with you on a Cronin War. I think a Cronin War is probably a good example of the closest thing we're ever going to have to an objectively just good active treason effect. Because a Cronin War, the way it is templated overall, is basically... a Cronin War is basically a... all in and of itself, it kills the thing automatically, right? Alright, so this is gross. So I get to do this and go bounce you, and this is why I kept the second blue source on top. And now I get to mutate this, bounce Pelucranos, and then I get to hit them for 4 and draw 2 cards. Hey, look, it's another mutate card for next turn. And remember, at the bottom of this pile of mutations, there's a Toski. Choo-choo! Now boarding the train to Value Town. I'll do it again, I swear. I'm crazy, chat. I'll do it again. Miss the value on destroying an artifact or enchantment. Deck's unplayable. It's true, you know. Gotta jump. This is when you hear someone say jump the shark, chat, this is what they're referring to. It was this deck specifically is what they meant when they talked about jumping the shark. Choo-choo! All aboard! Get those into play. Yep, keep that one on top. I would love to bounce that, thanks. Hit you, draw 3. Listen, chat, I don't think this deck is very good, but it's certainly great, okay? It's everything you want and so much more. What are the trims here? How's this one compared to the blue-black mutate deck that we played last week? I mean, they play very differently. Like, just because they're both using the same mechanic doesn't really mean the decks are comparable. I feel like this is probably pretty bad against the Bone Crusher Giant deck. I'm just swapping that for the Skyclaves. Could be right to work in some Life's Bounties. Be able to protect our Dorkos a little bit more. And let's submit. This one's been sweet. If you're just joining us, we've been playing this deck for almost 2 hours. We're going to be rotating off of it here shortly. But if you want to watch all of it in its glory, a lot of games have been fantastic. Like that last one's going to end up on my YouTube channel this evening. Come back time. Thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Whole giant wealth of different standard and historic decks up there if you're looking for things a little bit off the beaten path like this one. Usually play 2 or 3 different decks every single day of the week here. Well, Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday, if I'm live, I'm playing in tournaments, which we're actually going to be playing in tournaments Saturday and Sunday this weekend. I think I've got my decks picked out for those. We're going to be playing blue-black Mutate on Sunday and probably 4-color runes on Saturday. Kakarin and Shady Nuka, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel today. Well, this hand looks great, right? What are we getting rid of? Is it just Sea-Dasher? I think it's Sea-Dasher. We have like this into this. We have a touch of removal. Sounds great. Not really looking for a good boy. Looking for some of our bigger Mutate payoffs. Cephalid Constable. I mean, I'm gonna admit I don't know what the text box on Cephalid Constable is. Someone exclamation point card that for me. Liam's, thanks for the 3rd of the year. Welcome back. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, return that many target permanents that player controls to their owner's hand. That's sweet. Taro was alright this morning. We played a linear aggro deck and it felt competitive. The search to find a sweet mid-range deck that I like continues in Runeterra. And having a hard time doing that with their latest expansions. The Kindred Knots deck was good. It just didn't really generate what I would consider particularly interesting games. It was very much a, hey, I put my big thing into play and then they die, or like my thing wasn't good enough and then I die. Which doesn't tickle my feel smart brains. I play card games to feel tricky, chat. To feel like I accomplished something. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying smorking people. I'm glad other people do that too. I like to do that on occasion. It's just not what gets me going. It's not what I don't wake up in the morning and go, yeah, I'm ready to log in and smork people. It's like, yeah, I wanna be tricky. So I can Skyclave one of these Love Struck Beasts. If I don't, I'm taking 10. We're probably just dead here because we drew all these lands. I could put the Umori Collector into my hand, and the next turn I can Collector plus Skyclave. It's probably the play, just like take a hit for the turn. Sure, yeah, Yorion in the 5 slot seems fine. It's another card that lets you reset and bounce all your runes on the that you have in play. Maybe we'll have to test that. I don't think we're gonna play the runes deck today, but we'll probably play it again tomorrow. I'll put the Blademasters in on the play. These are probably a little slow. Rest of this seems fine. You did submit it twice. Shuffles. And that deck looks fine. If you want to donate for that, I'd be happy to. I think I saw it in there. I should probably set my form up so it emails people a copy of their responses. I can definitely play that tomorrow afternoon. At the end of the stream, I can fit that in for sure. Our mana is super awkward here. Am I bottoming the Skyclave because my mana's awkward? I think so. And click the... No, you're fine. Normally I email people back at the end of the day, but you're here now talking about it. You can click this Streamlabs link there to donate. Normally I email back instructions. I do that after the stream. Mabel Pesk, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. All right, let's draw 2 lands in a row, huh? This is where the magic happens. Unfortunately, last couple of matches with this, we had a bunch of sweet games to start with, but sometimes your 29 land deck just doesn't draw any lands and you die. Just how it goes. It's part of playing Magic. I think that's how it goes. To set a low bar, this deck exceeded my expectations. I think the thing that really jumped out at me about this deck was the power level of Toski alongside the Mutate cards. Cubwarden especially with Toski is just very difficult to race. Like getting to chunk in and gain 3 life every single turn felt really, really strong. The lifelink tokens on Cubwarden also help swing a lot of races for us in a lot of different spots, especially when we paired it with, you know, other cheap things and just other mutators in general to pump out lots of tokens. I don't think this deck ever beat Sultai Ultimatum. I think if Sultai Ultimatum gets to actually play Magic, which they frequently do because their deck has a lot of cantrips and stuff in it, these type of mid-range style creature decks just get decimated by them casting the card Ultimatum. And I don't really think there's cards you can play to make that better. We talked at one point about cutting the collector to play counterspells in the sideboard, and while I do think doing that would make your ultimatum matchup a little bit better, I think even with counterspells in the sideboard, your ultimatum matchup is likely going to still be bad, and the collector was actually genuinely good in a number of the games that we played here today, so I don't think I would make that change. I think if I was going to play this, I would just accept that I'm punting the Sultai matchup, and that you're going to be okay. Like, Adventure, when we got to play Magic and weren't stumbling and dying, the Adventures matchups felt winnable. The red aggro matchups felt winnable. We didn't get to play against white aggro, but I imagine, especially with Cubwarden, that we have the tools to be pretty reasonable there. If white aggro felt hard, I would consider playing the protection from white creature in the sideboard that makes them pay mana to attack you, but I would kind of be surprised if the white matchup's too terrible with this archetype. Hey, thanks for the tip shuffles. I appreciate that. Would love to know the start time so you can watch live tomorrow. I'm flexible, so whatever works for you. The nice thing about not having a schedule really is that we can kind of fit it in wherever when I'm live. I'm planning to do Magic starting at like 9:30 again tomorrow morning and probably do Magic till about 3 in the afternoon Central. Let's restart Arena really quick here because we've been playing for 2 hours and it's starting to get a little bit laggy.